Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is the International Space Station. We are ready for the event.
Ontario Science Center, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Holly Nimmons with the Coalition for Music Education for Music Monday at the Ontario Science Center. How do you hear me?
Holly and everybody at the Ontario Science Center, I hear your voice is bouncing off the moon. I hear you loud and clear. Welcome on board the International Space Station.
Welcome to Music Monday, Chris, and to your final live broadcast from orbit to Earth on this mission. We have, I don't know, looks like well over 1,000 in the room with us at the Ontario Science Center. Also, we're joined by probably 1 million people through the web, at least. Music makers of all ages and backgrounds have been preparing for this moment. Schools from coast to coast are watching the webcast. They all want away from you, I'm sure. We should give a shout out to some special events that have joined us. To school groups performing at Vancouver's TELUS Science World. To schools grouping in Winnipeg at the Manitoba Legislature and the Premier of Manitoba and Minister of Education. To Celebration Square in Mississauga, to Ottawa City Hall, and to music programs across the whole province of Newfoundland who've connected and are waiting to sing along with you, Chris.
Well, Holly, that's wonderful. I am just delighted to have the opportunity to be joined by so many people. To everybody who's there at the Ontario Science Center, all the musicians and people, thank you for taking the time to be part of this in person today. And to the people right across Canada, this is a wonderful thing to be part of. For me personally, but of course for everybody, it's just great to have a chance to do this together. And as you say, Holly, for the people from all around the world that are tied in through the web, the use of technology to do something marvelous is revelationary, and I'm really pleased to be part of it. I would really be remiss if I didn't mention a really good Canadian, an excellent songwriter and musician and a good friend of mine, Ed Robertson. When I came to Ed with the idea for us to do a song together, gosh, it's almost been 2 years ago, he, of course, jumped on the idea and took some of my basic ideas for a song and turned them into something really magical. Ed is a good friend and a real tribute to what's possible in human invention and capability. So Ed's one of the people who's joining in this web. I think he just spoke via video with you folks, but from somewhere else around the world. So Ed, thank you very much. And I want to remind people, this song is being played simultaneously in all sorts of different places, as Holly mentioned. So take a picture. Make a sound recording, make a video, and send it in. Send it to, post it on YouTube, or send it to me on Twitter, or post it to the Canadian Space Agency website. Just like exploration on a spaceship, music is an amazing human adventure and something that needs to be shared. It shouldn't be kept to yourself. So please share this. Make Music Monday something that we're all participating in. And I think this is the very first Canada-wide simultaneous space-to-Earth participatory broadcast like this. The very first time anything like this has been done right across the whole nation. So I'm really, really pleased to be part of it.
Thank you, Chris. You can also send your videos and photos to musicmonday.ca. So, Chris, are you ready to make some more history? Would you like to sing your song?
Yes, Holly, I'm listening. If everybody's ready, I'll get set up. Hope everybody has been practicing and everybody's ready to sing Is Somebody Singing? Let me get set up and we'll get started. Everybody set? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. sing your song. I'm listening. Out where stars are glistening, I can hear your voices bouncing off the moon. If you could see our nation from the International Space Station, you know why I wanna get back soon. 18,000 miles an hour, fueled by science and solar power. The oceans racing past. At 5,000 tons, 90 minutes, moon to sun. A bullet can't go half this fast. Floating from my seat, look out my window, there goes home. That brilliant ball of blue is where I'm from and also where I'm going to. So sing your song, I'm listening. Out where stars are glistening, I can hear your voices bouncing off the moon. If you could see our nation from the International Space Station, you know why I wanna get back soon. All black and white just fades to gray, where the sun rises 16 times a day. You can't make out the waters from up here, just a spinning ball within a tiny atmosphere. Push back in my seat, look out my window, here comes home. What once was fueled by fear now has 15 nations orbiting together here. So sing your song, I'm listening. Out where stars are glistening, I can hear your voices bouncing off the moon. If you could see our nation from the International Space Station, you know why I wanna get back soon. You know why I wanna get back soon. You know why I wanna get back soon. You know why I wanna get back soon.
Congratulations, Chris, and to everyone here with us at the Ontario Science Centre. And all the singers and performers and music makers across the nation for the first Earth to Orbit Music Monday performance. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Holly, and thank you, Canada, for making music with me. I can see our nation from the International Space Station, like the song says, and it's just a wonderful joining of human invention and human challenge and creativity all together. To be able to write music taps right into the very soul of people. Some of the oldest relics we've found of human invention, way back when people lived in caves, were musical instruments. It's ancient and necessary to humanity. And to be able to share it here from on board this wonderful laboratory in space with Canadians of all ages right across the country is just so special to me. I'm delighted to be able to do that. And also, when you think about music writing and about the creation process, it is something that is challenging and inspiring to everybody. Everybody can write a song. Everybody can sing a song. You know, there's only one best singer in the whole world. Everyone else is just a singer. So be a singer. Sing a song. And it's Music Monday. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about it. Use the voice that you were given. Use the talents that you have. Write music and sing a song and sing it with other people. And to be able to do that for me today, to have someone of great talent like Ed to write a song with, and then all the talented people across the country that I sang with today, it's a wonderful national, international, worldwide thing to do, and a real delight for me. So thank you very much, and thanks very much especially to the groups that are there performing today at the Ontario Science Centre and the other places that Holly mentioned. Congratulations to everybody. It's a wonderful and memorable Music Monday.
Okay, Chris, hopefully you can hear this mic. Our first question is coming to you from the TELUS Science World in Vancouver, BC. And I have to tell you, Chris, the atmosphere is absolutely electric here. So here's the first question.
My name's Chanel. What has the impact of music been on your life?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. And Jeremy, the impact or the atmosphere up here is mostly acoustic. But the impact of music on my life has been enormous. You know, I was playing in a band once, and I watched kids that could just barely walk. You know, they're just learning to stand up. And when music starts to play, they just have to dance. It is fundamental to humanity, music. It's something primal and basic. And I've loved music my whole life. I bought my first guitar when I was about 9 or 10. Music has introduced me to strangers. It has allowed me to learn history of other cultures. It's allowed me to build self-discipline, to learn how all the different instruments work and how to play with an orchestra. My first music teachers, Mr. Taylor and Miss Soren, the way they taught me music, it's been something in my whole life. And it's made me laugh and it's made me cry. Music is something really important to me. Thanks for the question.
Chris, the next question is coming from Oakbank Elementary in Oakbank, Manitoba, and a combined question with Laurel Woods Elementary in Amherst, Ontario.
Hi, my name is Benita, and my question is, does the way the strings on your guitar change, the vibration change because of a lack of gravity?
A tiny bit, yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of gravitational effect on anything that's down on the surface of the earth. Here, it's just completely free floating. But way more than that is when I try and play the guitar, it's not hanging on a strap. So as I play the guitar, it's like trying to play a guitar that's floating by. And so it's really hard if you're playing around the neck to get accurate fretting and accurate picking. There's a lot of buzzing and popping when I play guitar up here. But it's still a magical place to write music and to play music, especially both those things today.
Chris, la prochaine question est de la Centre des sciences de l'Ontario.
Je m'appelle Samantha. Avez-vous découvert des jeux amusants qui se jouent en apesanteur?
Oui, absolument. C'est possible de jouer toujours ici dans la pesanteur. C'est comme magique. C'est comme j'habite dans le Cirque du Soleil. Ici, c'est incroyable. Toutes les petites choses sont amusantes. C'est un jeu. Mais nous avons un jeu traditionnel ici. On joue à Scrabble ici. Et c'est possible de jouer au dart aussi. Les fléchettes, c'est possible de faire ça. Mais plus que tout, nous avons une vue dans les fenêtres, dans les hublots ici, sans pareil. C'est incroyable. Et quand nous avons le temps libre, un peu de temps de récréation, on peut trouver les astronautes toujours à l'hublot en regardant la Terre. C'est plus que rien, c'est incroyable.
Chris, now we have a question from Bell's Corners Public School in Nepean, Ontario.
Hello, my name is Kaylee. Why do you feel that music education is important for all students?
I think education in general, of course, is vital throughout your whole life. Everybody should be a student their whole life. If you're not learning something, then you're just in the process of forgetting things. So learning and studying is important. And you can always learn a new instrument, no matter when or where you are in life. There's all different types of instruments for all different types of abilities. Everybody should be learning music. And as a young Canadian, to be able to learn music, it's almost like learning another language. I've had times where I could tell jokes and communicate with someone. We didn't have one common word of a spoken language, but you could hand the guitar back and forth to each other and make each other laugh and sing songs together and sing harmony. Music opens doors, and music stimulates the brain. Music helps organize and even wire your brain when you learn to play music at a young age. So for a lot of different reasons, music education is really important in life. And it's a wonderful, applicable skill that only makes you a more capable human. And we should all learn music.
Chris, a question from the Ontario Science Centre.
My name's Lucy. You said that music makes you a better astronaut. What did you mean?
Mitzi, being an astronaut, as Jeremy Hansen there with you will tell you, is hard work. And there's an awful lot of things to know. And when you get to space, most things don't go like you expect. And so you constantly have to invent and think of stuff and come up with new ideas on the fly and be creative and look for new ways to do things and look how things might fit together. And all of that is like a description of music, of creativity, of learning to think, learning how things, different things like a bass trombone and a violin and a pair of cymbals, how all that can come together and create something. That's what music is, but it's also trying to create a symphony out of this incredibly complicated laboratory that is the International Space Station. So I think the type of skills you develop in learning to play an instrument with the discipline, learning to play in a group with the harmony, and then the fundamental skills that come along with handling all those things together, they're applicable whether you're an astronaut or really anybody trying to do anything. It just gives you better skills and maybe also brings some art to a place that is otherwise kind of a serious laboratory. So for a lot of different reasons, I think music makes me a better astronaut.
Hi, Chris. I'm Katie from the Wexford Gleeks. And my question is, if we ever encounter advanced life on another planet, what music should we play to introduce ourselves?
Well, let's see. I think it should be a song that makes us smile so that we appear friendly. It should be a song that tells a story about humanity and what we're doing and what's important to us and where we're going. It should be a song that a lot of people know, something that is representative of us. So I can think of a good song. How about the one we all sang together today? It makes me smile. It tells a good story. It's one we all know. I think Is Somebody Singing would be a great first song. You just can't help but join in.
Everybody seemed to agree with that idea, Chris. That's great. We really, really appreciate you taking the time out today. We know you have a busy schedule. We really enjoyed this. This is awesome. And if you could just maybe give us a few more words from space, close out, and maybe one of your astronaut space tricks would be awesome. There you go.
Well, to the people at the Canadian Space Agency, you do something right on the edge of magic, allowing Canadians to not only be here in person, in my case, or the other astronauts like Jeremy and the folks that have been up here before, but for so many people to participate. The people that have been watching and following the videos and the words and the images that have been coming down from here, and organizing an event like today, where the exploration of the universe around our planet is something that can become part of everybody's life. And not just the science. The science is important, but also the humanity of it, the beauty of it, the wonder of it, the perspective it gives to us, and the music that goes along with it. Those things are what make exploration worthwhile because of what they bring back to us all. And so thank you, Jeremy, for being there today. Of course, Holly and the Coalition for Music Education, thank you so much for setting this up and giving so many Canadians this opportunity to be together today. The people at the Canadian Space Agency, we all owe them a great debt of thanks for making all this happen. And everybody who participated today, right across the country, if you hummed a note, if you sang the words, if you were leading the orchestra, this was a fun thing to be part of. So thank you, everybody. Happy Music Monday. And yes, somebody is singing.
Chris, thank you very much. Now, everyone, get your cameras ready. Let's send a big Canadian wave and fill the skies with joyful thanks to Commander Chris Hadfield for reflecting our world to us, for sharing his mission. Safe return home to Earth, Chris. Woo!
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
Thank you, participants at Ontario Science Centre. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.
Copy that to Houston. Thank you, Serena. That was really fun, and thanks for helping set that up, everybody who made the link happen. Thank you very much. It's very memorable.
You bet, Chris. It was great watching you play and listening.